How the narcissist exposes themselves. Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Formula. I'm just going to jump straight in with this. Look, recently I did a video about another narcissism channel called Healing Day by Day, as in an effort to highlight and draw attention to her abusive behaviour towards her subscribers, viewers, and she was calling them names, bullying them. Anyhow, look, I'll link the video here. If you want to listen to it, listen to it. So then Holly did, I don't know, something like 50 videos in a month, denying it, trying to minimize it, trying to justify her bad behavior, trying to say that, it's the truth, so therefore it's okay for her to call people names because it's the truth. And essentially, she outright pretty much lied and denied, like I said, and minimized it. Now, this is really typical narcissistic behavior. Obviously, narcissists live in this kind of fantasy world where they make the rules. What they imagine is reality. But anyhow, the point that I'm making here is you don't need to expose the narcissist. So essentially what I was doing by doing a video on her, like I said, was almost like trying to warn the new supplier. It's the same kind of principle, I'm trying to put information out there about her so people know about her. Right now, the issue here is that, like I said, she denies, she twists, turns, does what typical narcissists do. But at the end of the day, she has now fully exposed herself. And that's what narcissists do. They will expose themselves. Their own actions and behaviors and words will expose them. So I did my video, like I said, she did about 50 other ones saying that, it wasn't her, blah, blah, blah. She didn't do it. It was us. It was everyone else. It wasn't her at all. Rah, rah, rah. And I did nothing else. I didn't keep going backwards and forwards with her because it's a waste of time, essentially. But now, like I said, she has literally, it's almost like she's just forgotten the last month. She's back, the mask's fallen off again, and she's literally back to saying the exact things that got her into the trouble in the first place. So she's back to accusing people, calling them names, twisting weird stories, like creating these weird stories in her head about why people don't buy her products. And she kind of imagines that everyone is here's some quotes again for you, that everyone, no one wants her to make any money. Everyone is crabs, toxic people, and narcissists within the community. They're all stagnant and stuck in life. They're not successful in life. They don't want her to make it. About her GoFundMe, she managed to turn the fact that people gave her money into them being haters who will support you when you're down on your luck because it makes them feel better about themselves and their situation. And it's a threat, like that. She imagines that any of her kind of perceived success that she's having is a threat to people, that they don't want her to level up because they're not successful. They're not doing anything in their lives. Like I said, this constant name calling and making up of stories is exactly what got her in trouble in the first place. People tried to expose her. As I said, she denied it, and now here she is again exposing herself. And this is what narcissists do. They will always expose themselves because they can't help it. They're so self-absorbed, so obsessed with themselves. Everything's always about themselves, and they just can't stop talking about themselves. They literally can't stop. Everything they imagine in their heads, they imagine everything is a fact, and they're always talking about themselves, how people have done them wrong. They're always kind of this whinging and moaning, and nothing's ever good enough. It's, like I said, it's the same thing with the narcissist and the new supply. You can warn them, right? Like, so she's still got some viewers, right? So you can warn these people, but at the end of the day, it's their journey to figure this stuff out. The narcissist will always expose themselves. And as I said, in this case, she's done it again. Totally exposed herself for being a self-absorbed, self-entitled narcissist. So, word of advice. Holly, it is not all about you. These people have been abused by narcissists. Unfortunately, they think that you're going to help them, but you're not. All you do is try and sell them stuff that they either do not want or cannot afford. It doesn't mean that they're broken people. It doesn't mean that they're not to your level, not to your standard, not leveling up. It doesn't even mean that they don't want you to be successful. It's not about you, you egomaniac. Okay? Get off YouTube, or at least just go sell your nails and your crap elsewhere. We don't need it in our community. You need to get some serious help. You are not well. Anyone can see it. You're the only person who can't see it. And the new supply that come to your channel, over time, they too see it. Just get off YouTube or sell your nails elsewhere. Stop abusing people. Stop trying to justify your bad behavior. You talk about the truth. Oh, it's the truth, it's the truth. And then you turn around with some bullshit statistic that you literally just pulled out your ass. Oh, 70% of my viewers are abusers and only 30% are victims. Where'd you get that fucking statistic from, Holly? Where did you get that statistic from? Did you do a little poll, did you? No, you pulled it out your ass. Get off YouTube. You are hurting people. And for anyone who's still watching her channel, right, you need to understand something. Why you feel comfortable watching it, why you feel comfortable being on a channel where a person is calling you names, is demanding that you do certain things, who is rubbing in the fact. So, her community posts recently have been saying things like, oh, I'm not going to give you any more information about this because no one gave me money on my GoFundMe, whatever, blah, 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 bullshit. The last time she was e-begging. Right? If you're feeling comfortable with this is just part of the fact that you have been conditioned by a narcissist. So you've gone from one narcissist to another, and her energy makes you feel comfortable because you're being comfortable with being abused and being called names and having someone demand things of you and having someone project all their weird little fantasies about who you are. Like, she literally doesn't know about any of these viewers. She knows nothing about any of them, but she imagines that you're this type of person, that you're a hater, that you're a crab. You've got crab mentality, you're jealous, you're insecure and you're paranoid, and she's like glowing up and you just don't want that. So you just want to have bad things happen to her. Like, that's what she thinks about you. And if you're comfortable with that, it just shows where you are in your stage of healing, essentially, right? You need to get away from people who feel justified in calling you names, projecting their weird stories onto you, and just unwell people in general, okay? There's a lot of really good narcissism channels. Healing Day by Day is not a good channel. In the beginning, maybe she was a little bit more compassionate. I'm not really sure. Maybe, doesn't matter. The fact is that she's not anymore. Her mask is off. And she is an abuser, and abusers are okay with abusing. They're fine. They don't care. Like I said, she'll justify to you why you deserve to be called names, why you deserve to be told this, that, whatever about yourself, right? This woman doesn't know anything about any of her viewers. She's just making things up, and these are vulnerable people. So, like I said before, if you're still watching her show, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out. Everyone always does. It just takes time. And back to this whole thing of narcissists expose themselves. This is a classic example. Narcissists will always expose themselves. It's just a matter of time. They just can't help themselves because it's always, always, always about them.